Russia has lost more than 8,000 soldiers and almost 80 tanks in the past week, according to figures from Ukraine's military, as a new Russian push gets underway in the northeast of the embattled country. Moscow's forces lost 8,030 fighters and 79 tanks in the past 7 days, according to statistics from Kyiv's military. Russia had sustained 1,260 casualties in the past day, Kyiv's armed forces said. It is very difficult to work out accurate counts of Russia's and Ukraine's losses, and Newsweek could not independently verify Kyiv's tally of Moscow's losses. There are fluctuations in reported casualty counts, often in line with intense battles for key settlements. Russian casualties, by Kyiv's counts, spiked during the battle for the eastern Donetsk city of Bakhmut in early 2023, and before Moscow took control of the former Ukrainian stronghold of Avdiivka in February this year. On Friday, Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky said Russia had tried to expand operations against Ukrainian forces in the northeast of the country. Kyiv was quickly sending reinforcements to positions in the Kharkiv region, which borders Russia, the president said. In its initial invasion in early 2022, Russia claimed swaths of territory in northeastern Ukraine, including parts of the Kharkiv region. In its counteroffensive later that year, Kyiv retook many parts of the Russian-held areas. Reports in recent weeks had suggested Russia was preparing to mount a possible offensive on northeastern Ukraine. On Saturday, Russia's defense ministry said it had claimed a series of villages on the border, including the settlements of Borisivka, Ohirtseve, and Pletinivka. The enemy is actively attacking our units in several directions, with the aim of advancing deep into the territory of our state, Ukraine's army chief, Colonel General Oleksandr Syrsky said on Sunday. Gains in border villages are more significant because of how close the city of Kharkiv is to internationally recognized Russian territory, the US-based think tank, the Institute for the Study of War, ISW, said on Saturday. Kharkiv regional officials reported intensified shelling and attacks, including on the border city of Vovchansk, to the northeast of the city of Kharkiv. It is Ukraine's second-largest city and has borne the brunt of Russian strikes in recent weeks. The US has said it is certainly possible that Russia could be gearing up for a larger attack on Kharkiv, although Ukrainian officials say Russia likely does not have the capacity to maintain assaults in the east and take Kharkiv. Ukraine is due to receive over 40 M142 high-mobility artillery rocket systems, colloquially known as HIMARS, and ammunition, in a fresh $400 million package sent by the United States. On Friday, the Biden administration announced a $400 million Presidential Drawdown Authority, PDA, military aid package for Ukraine. PDA allows for an expedited delivery of military assistance to foreign countries in times of need. The aid package includes a plethora of US weapons, but the HIMARS and its ammunition being sent will prove to be especially helpful. Earlier this week, Germany announced that it will purchase 3 new HIMARS from the US Armed Forces for Ukraine in its fight against Russia's full-scale invasion, which launched over 2 years ago in February 2022. American-made HIMARS proved pivotal when they first joined the fight in the summer of 2022. The US has supplied at least 39 HIMARS to Ukraine since the start of the war. The systems can fire a salvo of 6 rockets hitting targets out to around 50 miles, putting Russian troop concentrations, command posts, and supply hubs within reach. The HIMARS became a symbol of Ukrainian military potency and a prime target for Russian forces. Promised aid from Germany and the US come as Moscow launches an offensive operation along the Russian-Ukrainian border. On Friday morning, Russian forces targeted northern Kharkiv Oblast, making tactically significant gains. The Institute for the Study of War, ISW, which tracks territorial gains in the Russia-Ukraine war on its website, wrote on Friday. Russian forces are likely conducting the initial phase of an offensive operation north of Kharkiv city that has limited operational objectives, but is meant to achieve the strategic effect of drawing Ukrainian manpower and materiel from other critical sectors of the front in eastern Ukraine. ISW, a Washington, D.C.-based think tank, added that Moscow's offensive operation was likely launched to take advantage of the time it has before Western aid largely arrives to the war-torn country. After months of pushback from Republican lawmakers, Congress passed a $95.3 billion foreign aid package, which included about $61 billion for Ukraine last month. Joel Rubin, a former Deputy Assistant Secretary of State for House Affairs during the Obama administration, called the aid package a lifeline for the war-torn country.